Well, hello there, family. Welcome back to my kitchen. If you've been following along, we've made collard greens and cornbread, and now it's time to complete the holy trinity of soul food, fried chicken. Today, I'm going to teach you how to fry chicken the way it's been done in black kitchens for generations. And I'm going to tell you why Saturday was always frying day when I was growing up, and what fried chicken means to our culture beyond just being delicious food. Now, I know everybody thinks they know how to fry chicken. Everybody's got their method, their secret, their special way. But I'm going to show you how my mama did it, how her mama did it. And if you follow what I'm teaching you today, you're going to have fried chicken with a crust so crispy it shatters when you bite into it, and meat so juicy and flavorful that people will be asking you what your secret is. And the secret isn't complicated. It's time, it's temperature, it's patience, and it's love. So let's get started, and let me tell you about Saturday mornings in my mama's kitchen, when the sound of chicken frying and the smell of hot oil and seasoned flour meant the weekend had officially begun. Before we even touch the chicken, let me tell you about Saturday in a black household when I was growing up. Saturday was the busiest day of the week. It was cleaning day. You'd wake up to the sound of gospel music playing and mama sweeping and mopping and making everybody help clean the house top to bottom because Sunday was church day and the house had to be spotless. It was errand day, going to the store, getting your hair done, running around town, taking care of business. And it was cooking day because Saturday night we ate good. We ate fried chicken. Now you might wonder, why Saturday? Why was Saturday always frying day? There's history to that, and it goes back to slavery times. See, Sunday was the one day enslaved people got to rest from working in the fields, the one day they could spend with their families and have their own time, and Saturday night going into Sunday morning was when they'd prepare special food for that Sunday rest day. Chicken was special. It wasn't something you ate every day. If you were enslaved, you might be allowed to keep a few chickens for eggs, and occasionally you could kill one for meat. So fried chicken became Sunday food, celebration food, rest day food, and that tradition continued after slavery ended. Saturday became the day you prepared for Sunday. You cooked your chicken on Saturday night and you'd eat it Saturday evening and then cold for Sunday dinner after church. My mama fried chicken every Saturday night of my childhood, every single Saturday. And the smell of that chicken frying, the sound of it popping and crackling in the hot oil, that meant Saturday night, that meant the hard work of the week was done, that meant we were going to eat good and rest tomorrow. Now let's talk about this chicken. I've got a whole chicken here that I've cut up into pieces. 2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 drumsticks, 2 wings. You can buy it already cut up if you want, but I like to buy whole chickens and cut them myself because it's cheaper and I can cut them exactly how I want them. I've also cut each breast in half because chicken breasts are so big these days and they cook more evenly when they're smaller pieces. The first thing we need to do is season this chicken, and we need to do it right. Now, some people will tell you to season your flour. Some people will tell you to brine your chicken. Some people have all kinds of complicated methods. But I'm going to tell you what my mama did, what works, what's been working for 100 years or more. I'm going to season the chicken itself, and I'm going to do it generously. I'm using salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of paprika for color and a touch of sweetness. Some people use cayenne if they like it spicy. Some people use other seasonings. But these 5 right here are Now watch how much seasoning I'm putting on this chicken. I'm not being shy about it. I'm coating every piece on all sides, making sure the seasoning gets into every nook and cranny, under the skin where I can, all over. My mama used to say, You got to season it like you mean it. Scared seasoning makes bland chicken. And she was right. I'm using my hands to rub this seasoning in, really working it into the meat. This is important. You're not just sprinkling it on top. You're massaging it in, making sure it adheres to the chicken, making sure every bite is going to be flavorful. Now, after I've seasoned all these pieces, I'm going to let them sit. Some people will bread their chicken and fry it right away, but I like to let my seasoned chicken rest for at least 30 minutes or even up to a few hours in the refrigerator. This gives the salt time to penetrate the meat, helps it stay juicy, and lets all those flavors really get into the chicken. While this chicken is resting, let me tell you about the first time I fried chicken by myself. I was 13 years old, and my mama was teaching me because she said, every black woman needs to know how to fry chicken. It's part of who we are. Now that might sound strange to young people today, but back then, knowing how to fry chicken was like a rite of passage. It meant you were becoming a woman who could take care of a household, who could feed a family, who could carry on the traditions. So Mama stood next to me at the stove and she walked me through every step, how to heat the oil, hot enough to fry, but not so hot it burns, how to bread the chicken, coating it completely but not too thick, how to lay it in the oil away from you so the oil doesn't splash on you, how to know when to flip it, when the edges start to look golden, how to know when it's done, when it's deep golden brown and the juices run clear. And I was so nervous. My hands were shaking when I put that first piece in the oil, that hot oil popping and crackling. I was scared I was going to get burned or mess it up, but Mama kept talking to me, calm and steady, telling me I was doing fine, I was doing good, just keep going. And when that first batch came out of the oil, golden brown and crispy and smelling like the best thing in the world, and Mama tasted it and smiled and said, "That's good chicken, baby. You did real good." I felt so proud. I felt like I'd accomplished something important, something that connected me to all the women in my family who'd been frying chicken for generations. All right, our chicken has been resting for about 30 minutes now, and it's time to bread it. Now I'm going to use a simple flour dredge, just all-purpose flour with a little bit of salt and pepper mixed in. Some people add seasonings to their flour, and that's fine. Some people use a wet batter or buttermilk dip before the flour. My mama just used seasoned chicken and seasoned flour, and that's what I do. I've got my flour in this shallow dish, and I'm going to coat each piece of chicken completely. Pick it up, lay it in the flour. Press the flour into the chicken, flip it over, press more flour in, make sure every bit of the chicken is coated. Shake off the excess. You want a good coating, but not so much that it clumps up. See how I'm doing this? The flour sticks to the chicken because the chicken is moist from the seasoning and from just being chicken. You don't need eggs or buttermilk if you don't want them. The flour will stick just fine on its own if you press it in and work it a little. Now, as I'm breading each piece, I'm laying them on this plate. And here's something my mama taught me. Let the breaded chicken rest for about 10 minutes before you fry it. This lets the flour kind of adhere to the chicken, creates a better crust. If you put the chicken in the oil immediately after breading it, sometimes the coating can slide off. But if you let it rest, it sets up and stays on better. While we're waiting for that, let me talk about the oil. You need enough oil to come about halfway up the chicken when you put it in the pan. This is not deep frying, this is pan frying, but you still need a good amount of oil. I'm using vegetable oil today, but you can use whatever oil you like. Vegetable, peanut, canola. My mama used to save her bacon grease and fried chicken in that, and let me tell you, chicken fried in bacon grease is something special. But you need a lot of bacon grease for that, so most of the time she used regular oil. I'm using my cast iron skillet, the same one I made the cornbread in, the same one my mama used. Cast iron is perfect for frying chicken because it holds heat so well and distributes it evenly. You can use a regular pan if that's what you have, but cast iron is best. I'm heating this oil over medium-high heat, and I'm going to test it before I add the chicken. The oil needs to be at about 350 degrees if you have a thermometer, but if you don't, and my mama never did, you can test it by dropping a little pinch of flour in the oil. If it sizzles immediately and starts to brown, your oil is ready. If it just sits there, your oil isn't hot enough yet. If it burns right away, your oil is too hot. Let me test it. I'm dropping a tiny bit of flour in, and listen to that sizzle. That's perfect. The oil is ready. Now here's the important part about frying chicken. Don't crowd the pan. You want the pieces to have room around them so they fry evenly and get crispy on all sides. I'm going to fry this chicken in 2 batches. First batch, I'm putting in the bigger pieces, the breasts and thighs, because they take the longest to cook. Watch how I lay this chicken in the oil. I'm putting each piece in away from me, laying it down gently so the oil doesn't splash up on me. Hot oil burns are no joke, so you have to be careful. I'm using tongs to place each piece. And listen to that. That's the sound of chicken frying, that beautiful crackling, popping sound. That's the sound of Saturday night in my childhood. The sound that meant good food was coming. The sound that meant Mama was in the kitchen taking care of us. Now that the chicken is in the oil, we're not going to touch it for a while. This is where patience comes in. You want to let each side cook for about 10-12 minutes before you flip it. A lot of people make the mistake of flipping their chicken too much, and that makes the crust fall off and the chicken doesn't cook evenly. Put it in, leave it alone, let it do its thing. The chicken is going to go through stages. First, it's going to bubble up real good as the moisture in the coating hits that hot oil. Then it's going to calm down a bit. The edges are going to start to turn golden. You'll see the color creeping up the sides of the chicken. That's when you know it's getting close to time to flip. While this first side is cooking, let me tell you what fried chicken means in our culture. Beyond just being food, fried chicken is celebration. It's Sunday dinner and family reunions and church homecomings and picnics and every important gathering. It's the food you make when you want to show love, when you want to feed people something special. But fried chicken is also complicated for Black people because of the stereotype. The one I'm talking about, the racist stereotype about Black people and fried chicken that's been used to mock us and demean us. And that stereotype is painful because they took something that's ours, something beautiful from our culture, and they twisted it into something to laugh at us about. But here's what I want you to understand. We don't stop frying chicken because of that stereotype. We don't let them take this from us. Fried chicken is ours. We perfected it. We made it what it is. And we're going to keep making it and eating it and loving it because it's part of our heritage, part of our food ways, part of who we are. When I fry chicken, I'm doing what my mama did, what her mama did, what generations of Black women did to feed their families something delicious with limited resources. I'm participating in a tradition that goes back centuries, and I'm not going to be ashamed of that or hide it or stop doing it because some people want to make it into a joke. All right, look at this chicken. See how the edges are golden brown? It's been about 12 minutes on this first side. I'm going to flip these pieces now. I'm using my tongs and I'm turning each piece carefully. Look at that golden brown crust. That's exactly what we want. Now this second side is going to take another 10-12 minutes. And while it's cooking, I'm going to talk about temperature control because this is crucial. You want your oil to stay at about 350 degrees the whole time. If it gets too hot, the outside will burn before the inside is cooked. If it's not hot enough, the chicken will absorb too much oil and be greasy instead of crispy. I keep my heat at medium high, but I'm watching the chicken and listening to it. If it starts to brown too fast or if the oil starts smoking, I turn the heat down a bit. If it's not sizzling enough or if the chicken seems to be sitting in the oil instead of actively frying, I turn the heat up a little. You have to pay attention and adjust as you go. My mama never used a thermometer, never measured the heat. She just knew by looking and listening. She'd say, "The chicken will tell you what it needs. You just have to pay attention." And she was right. After you fry chicken enough times, you develop a feel for it. By the sound if the temperature is right. By the color how much longer it needs. Now, while this chicken is finishing up, let me tell you about Sunday dinners when I was growing up. After church, we'd come home and the house would smell like fried chicken that Mama had made the night before. We'd all change out of our church clothes and then we'd gather around the table, Mama, Daddy, all us kids, sometimes grandparents or aunts and uncles or cousins, and we'd have fried chicken, greens, cornbread, macaroni and cheese, green beans, potato salad, a feast. And we'd sit there for hours, eating and talking and laughing. The kids would fight over who got which pieces of chicken. Everybody wanted the drumsticks and the wings. The adults would talk about church, about the sermon, about what was going on in the community, and Mama would sit at the head of the table watching everybody eat her food, watching her family gathered together, and you could see the satisfaction on her face. This is what she cooked for. This is what all that work was for. Not just to feed our bodies, but to bring us together to create this moment of family and connection and love. All right, this chicken has been cooking for about 12 minutes on the second side. I'm going to check it to see if it's done. There are a couple ways to check. One is with a meat thermometer. You want the internal temperature to be 165 degrees. Another way is to cut into the thickest part and see if the juices run clear. If they're pink, it needs more time. But the way my mama did it, the way I usually do it, is you can tell by the color and by the feel. If it's deep golden brown all over, and if you press on it with tongs and it feels firm, it's done. This chicken looks perfect. Deep golden brown, crispy crust, and when I press on it, it's firm. It's done. I'm taking these pieces out and putting them on this plate lined with paper towels to drain off excess oil. Now I'm going to do the second batch, the drumsticks and wings. Same process. Lay them in gently away from me. Let them fry for 10-12 minutes on each side. Don't crowd them. Don't flip them too early. Listen to them. Watch them. Pay attention to what they're telling you. The smaller pieces might not take quite as long as the bigger pieces, so I'll be watching them. Wings especially can cook a little faster than everything else. While this second batch is frying, let me tell you the rules my mama had about fried chicken. Rule number 1, never fry chicken naked. And by that she meant you have to wear something with sleeves and an apron because hot oil pops, and if it gets on your bare skin, it burns bad. Rule number 2, never walk away from frying chicken. You stay right there at the stove watching it because a grease fire can start quick if you're not paying attention. Rule number 3, always have a lid nearby. If the oil does catch fire, you put the lid on the pot to smother it. You never ever throw water on a grease fire. Rule number 4, make extra because everybody's going to want seconds and there's never as much fried chicken as you think there is once people start eating. My mama was serious about these rules because frying is one of the more dangerous things you do in a kitchen. That hot oil can hurt you if you're not careful and respectful of it. But if you follow the rules, if you're careful and attentive, it's perfectly safe. Alright, I'm flipping this second batch now. Look at those wings and drumsticks, golden and crispy and beautiful. Another 10 minutes or so and they'll be done. There's something meditative about frying chicken. You have to stay present, can't be on your phone or distracted by other things. You have to stand there at the stove watching and listening and paying attention. And there's something peaceful about that in our busy world where we're always multitasking and distracted. For these 40 minutes or so that it takes to fry a batch of chicken, you're just here in the kitchen focused on this one task. It's almost like a meditation, like a prayer. My mama used to hum while she fried chicken, gospel songs usually. Precious Lord, take my hand, or His eye is on the sparrow. And I find myself doing the same thing. There's something about the rhythm of frying, the waiting, the flipping, the watching that lends itself to humming or singing. It's like the chicken frying is keeping time and you're singing along with it. This second batch is looking good. The wings are just about done. They cook faster than the drumsticks because they're smaller. I'm going to take those out first. Look at them. Crispy and golden and perfect. I'm putting them on the paper towels with the other pieces. The drumsticks need a couple more minutes. I can tell because they're not quite as dark golden as I want them to be. See, this is what I mean about learning to read the chicken, learning to see when it's done. It's not just about time, though time is a good guideline. It's about color and sound and feel. All right, these drumsticks are done now. Perfect color, firm when I press on them, smelling absolutely incredible. I'm taking them out and now all my chicken is fried. Look at this platter of fried chicken. Golden brown, crispy on the outside, and I know from experience that it's juicy and flavorful on the inside. This is what fried chicken should look like. This is the fried chicken that people dream about, that people drive across town for, that people beg their grandmothers to make. Now, some people eat their fried chicken right away while it's hot, and it's delicious hot. That crispy crust, that juicy meat still steaming. But some people, and I'm in this camp, think fried chicken is even better cold the next day. There's something about cold fried chicken that's just special. Maybe it's because that's how we ate it on Sunday after church, room temperature or cold from the refrigerator. Maybe it's because the flavors have had time to settle and marry together, but cold fried chicken the next day is one of life's great pleasures. I'm going to taste a piece while it's hot though, because we need to make sure it's good. I'm taking a wing. Wings are my favorite. That crispy skin to meat ratio is perfect. Let me take a bite. Oh, that's good. That crust is so crispy it shatters when you bite into it. The meat is juicy and tender and flavorful all the way through. The seasoning is perfect. You can taste the garlic and the onion and the pepper. This is exactly what fried chicken should taste like. This is Mama's fried chicken, and it's perfect. And this right here is what I wanted to teach you today. Not just how to fry chicken, though I hope you learned that, but also the history behind it, the meaning of it, the Saturday tradition, the way it connects us to our past and to each other. Fried chicken is more than just food. It's heritage, it's tradition, it's love made crispy and delicious. It's Saturday nights and Sunday dinners and family gathered around the table. It's every black woman who stood at a stove with hot oil, frying chicken to feed her family, making something special out of simple ingredients, creating memories and traditions that would last for generations. When you make this fried chicken, and I hope you do make it, I hope you'll think about all the people who made it before you. I hope you'll think about my mama standing at her stove every Saturday night frying chicken for her family. I hope you'll think about her mama and her mama's mama all the way back through the generations, all of them frying chicken, all of them feeding their families, all of them passing down this tradition through their hands and their kitchens and their love. And I hope you'll make it your tradition too. Maybe not every Saturday like my mama did, but whenever you want to make something special, whenever you want to feed people something that says, I love you and your family and you're worth the time and effort, make this fried chicken. Gather your people around the table. Tell them the stories while you're eating and keep this tradition alive. Thank you for spending this time with me in the kitchen today. Thank you for letting me teach you how to fry chicken and for letting me share what it means to me and to our culture. I hope your chicken comes out perfect and crispy and delicious. I hope you share it with people you love. And I hope you understand that when you're frying chicken, you're not just cooking food, you're participating in a tradition that's centuries old, that survived slavery and Jim Crow and everything else. That's part of what makes us who we are. Next time we're in the kitchen, I'm going to teach you how to make my macaroni and cheese to go with this chicken and greens and cornbread. Because we're building a complete soul food meal here, one dish at a time, one story at a time. Until then, you take care of yourself and your family. Fry some chicken, make it on a Saturday if you can, to honor the tradition. And remember, the secret to good fried chicken isn't complicated. It's patience, attention, and love. That's all you need.